Guys, what is up? RP Game Man here, and today we are going to be discussing some things about mobile support and Fortnite, okay? So first of all, let me get right into this. Right now, I do not have my controller connected. As you guys can see, I can just, let's just somewhat tap. Yeah, okay. So, I can tap in different places and stuff. Sorry this video is coming out late, by the way. We'll just deal with it and make sure it's all good. But right now I'm going to connect my controller and show you guys that it works, and then we'll get right into this video about how everything works. See, there we go. You can see all the buttons pop up, and it's really just functioning pretty much like an Xbox would, or like a PS4 or anything like that. Now let's finally get into this. I'm gonna go into a creative match right here, and I'll show you some of the things that I have to deal with and why it's a big problem. So, oh yeah, there's also that event going on, huh? Alright guys, what is up? I'm back. Sorry about that. But anyway, let me get straight into this video. So, the only problem with Fortnite Mobile right now is that it has a certain tendency. Let me get away from these chests. There's not as much mobile controllers as you think there would be on the market right now, and there's a problem with that because some of the controllers that you can get don't have full functionality, and they don't, well, some of them don't prefer as well. So let me just go jump into the settings here, and I'll show you a problem with what I deal with. So right here, controller. So I'm playing on an iPhone right now because that's what I use on my daily basis, and I wanted to just get Fortnite and try it out. And this is what it usually puts you at. It puts you at this limited right here, this limited. And what limited does is it's a function that maps your controller specifically to the Fortnite game, that gives you all the buttons that you need to play the game. So like you definitely need the fire button, you definitely need like the aim button, and you definitely need like your switching weapon buttons, your pickaxe apparently, and stuff like that. And with the controller I'm using, I'll show a picture of it to you guys right now. It is the SteelSeries Nimbus, and it is the only one that I could find right now that works with my phone, because again, here's the thing. If you are going to be playing Fortnite on a mobile device and you're thinking about getting a controller, you have to make sure that the controller plays Fortnite, but you also have to make sure that the controller connects to your specified device. Now, I know that, of course, Apple and Samsung are the big ones, but there's also other phones that run it like Asus, LG, Nokia, Google Pixel, and that other Huawei something. But those are the some phones that I looked up that run Fortnite really well. And now with Fortnite updating all of its gameplay and everything that it does, there's also the 60 FPS resolution and high definition mode, which I will show you right here. I don't think I can. So yeah, there would be another option, but since I'm in the game, you have to be in the lobby to see it. And then there's like a low and a high definition that you can set it at. And what I realize is that depending on what phone you're using, like if you're using the lowest Apple phone, like the iPhone SE, or the lowest Samsung S7 that runs Fortnite, you are going to need to put it probably on low resolution, and it can't go any higher than 30 FPS, so that should probably be good for you. Right now I think I'm running at low definition. My 3D resolution is all the way up, and my mobile frame rate is only 30 FPS. Sorry, my mobile frame rate right now is only 30 FPS because I'm playing on an iPhone 7 Plus. I do not have the better iPhones and stuff that they have in market today because I have to wait till we can upgrade. But anyway, let me show you. So with the specified controller that I'm playing on, it automatically put me on this limited mode, And limited, again, I already said, puts you on all the basic stuff that you need. So I did custom because I was getting my buttons mixed up. And let's get into like controllers. So is playing with a controller on Fortnite Mobile the thing to do? Well, yes and no, depending on how you feel. If you're more of a console player, then yes, please definitely go for it. I play pro console, so it helps me a lot with what I'm doing and how I play. But no, if you're not really the console player and you're just, well, I mean, it depends. If you're just a mobile player and you're getting good at mobile, I wouldn't recommend it because you're just buying a controller just to play one game. But I mean, you can. It is an option, and yeah, you can. So with my specified controller, okay, for Apple. Let's start with Apple. First, Apple. With Apple, their set of phones that run Fortnite goes all the way down to the iPhone SE and up, like all the way to the iPhone XS Max that we have today. We have the iPad Mini 4, the iPad Air 2, iPad Pro that runs at 60 FPS and high definition. And for the Samsung side, we have the S7, we have the 7 Edge, we have the S8, the SS8 Plus, and all the way up to the S10, which just came out not too long ago, I think anyway, or it's still coming out. Not sure. We have the Note 8, Note 9, Tab S3, Tab S4, and only a certain selection of those, I'm not really sure on Samsung side, run at 60 FPS, and that just makes your gaming mobile experience so much better. So let me get straight into this. With building on mobile and stuff that you're going to be doing, I mean, for me specifically, it's more difficult than actually having a console because you're definitely playing on a mobile device. It's not going to be running as like an Xbox would or like a PS4 Pro or any of those nice things. So with my controller specifically, I'm used to playing on Xbox because that's my main console. But here, let's see if I can find this. The controller thing. This controller that I'm using right now does not have the input right and input left stick function. They're just sticks. They only move around. They don't have that click function like a PS4 or an Xbox does. So what I have to do is, as you can see on my custom, I have to crouch with down. My map's my left stick because on this controller I don't have a selector start. I only have one home button. So, and then emotes up. So you have to get used to some of your bindings and stuff that you get used to. So again, crouching is with that down D-pad. Emotes is up. Inventory is left. Right D-pad is my map. And you just have to get used to that and how you would normally. So, what else? So, controllers on each device. Now, with Apple, the SteelSeries controllers are partnered with Apple, and these are the only controllers that I've found to work with Fortnite at the moment until they like get a new update or have something else going. But that's all that I know of right now. Now there is many more controllers that you can use on Samsung. Like there's rumored Xbox controller. I haven't seen anyone use that yet. You can use the SteelSeries, I think, series controllers, and you can use some other controllers, maybe like the PS4 controller and some other things like that. And there's just more of a variety on Samsung side of what controllers you can use and how it just varies. Now, building with a controller on Fortnite is just like building with a controller on a PS4. It's a little more buggy, but that you are playing on a mobile device. So, I mean, it makes sense. How? You just see me do 90s right there. Now, for me specifically, the reason I made this video again is because I'm more of the pro console player, and I want you guys to get the best advice coming from me and not from some person who just does it as their job that doesn't really play mobile games as much competitively and for fun, I guess. So, for me, controller for mobile is thumbs up. I think getting a controller for your mobile phone, like the Samsung, the Apple, anything you want to do, I think it's a thumbs up for me. Because anything you're going to try doing with a mobile controller is going to be 30 times easier if you're used to playing on controller. Practical, practicality, I don't know how to say that, but is it practical? Now you gotta remember, guys, I'm just throwing this together right now. I only did some research about the, like, different phones that can run such, like, Fortnite and stuff, and I'm just throwing this together right now. So, yes, I recommend the controller for Fortnite. For Apple, please do get a SteelSeries one, because that's the only series or controller series that's currently running for the Apple device. For the Samsung, you could try some other ones. I'm not really sure, again, because I don't own a Samsung device. All I know is that Samsung's display is like 3 times better than Apple's. So, think about that. But, what else is there? So just gameplay in general. If you are playing, alright, okay, this is also another thing. If you're playing on the lower end devices, like the iPhone 5e and up to like maybe the iPhone 6, like the lowest iPhone 6, and then you're running like on the Samsung 7S Edge and maybe like this S8, I would not recommend using a controller, because at that point you're just really making it really way harder. If you're going to be playing on a lower end device, like I said, I don't really recommend it, because they're the lower end devices for a reason. I'm not going to play a controller on a small iPhone 5e with that small of a screen that doesn't run Fortnite at the best, just in general. Because you're going to have problems with ping, you're going to have problems with a lot of other things. So I do not recommend it for users using those lower end devices. Now for the upper end devices, like the iPad Pro, I'm using the iPhone 8, the 7 Plus right now, and it's running great. So anything above like 7 Plus and like maybe S8 Plus and above for Samsung, I again completely recommend you use a controller. Now with my controller on Apple, this is a problem. Since I don't have like the click right and down left and right buttons, you do have to make some changes to your settings, which I will show you here. Specifically for this one, you usually click in left to start sprinting, so you have to have like auto run on, which you'll get used to, but it's nothing you really want to play with totally. And then you also want to have your crouch again set to a different thing. And oh yeah, this is also something else really important. If you are going to be using a mobile device with a controller, you definitely want to get this Deadzone down. What the Deadzone does is it eliminates when your controller just like glitches out and you just start spinning, or like when your controller stops working. So for me and this controller, I found it works best at like 0.12, and I don't have too much problems with it. Because sometimes before I made this video, I was playing a little bit, and I noticed that I would just start spinning around in circles and stuff wasn't working out well, and it just wasn't really my type of thing. So again, I'm not a very good person at doing this. So, but anyway, guys, I'm really just more of a gameplay type of person. I don't really do a lot of like tutorial videos, I guess you could say. So anyway, guys, please subscribe to this channel. It would really help me. I hope this helps you guys like sort of get a view of how I view it. Maybe it'll help you guys in your determination of like what you guys want to do, or if you guys want to buy a controller. So yeah, as you can see, I'm just gonna do a few builds for you guys so you can get the full range of motion and see how like I play. And editing again, since I don't have that click and write feature, you have to use your RB button to reset, which I mean isn't terrible, but it works. That's pretty much it. I have found out that the sensitivity on such as this controller is pretty much the same as you would on an Xbox and a PS4 controller, so you don't really have to worry about too much about that because everything's pretty much the same and there's nothing really to worry about that. So I'm just really not saying anything really that important anymore. So bottom line, I recommend it for the higher devices. I do not recommend it for the lower devices. I do recommend it in general though, because it is super nice playing with a controller, even though you are going to be put into Switch lobbies and other mobile controller lobbies. It's still really fun, and still a really fun thing to do. Yeah, I can't edit. I don't know. I'm really not trying my best. Anyway, look forward to new videos coming in the future. I'll, not many tutorial videos because, again, I suck at these. And, yeah. More gameplay videos of my pro skills, so. Woohoo. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Also, go check out Terminator 64's channel. I meant to shout him out earlier, but with the other video I was going to upload with him, but I never got to end up uploading that, so please subscribe to him. I'll leave it in the description. And anyway, guys, thank you very much, and peace out.